Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Rani Revika Ramadhani dengan NIM 202520. Saya dari kelas Desain Komunikasi Visual kelas B. So, in this very moment, I will be explaining a movie called Zootopia. It was a very good animated movie made by Disney. So yeah, there's no asking that anymore. So Zootopia is basically a world where it's not overrun by humans, but it was replaced by mammals. So basically, mammals do all the jobs, but there's no humans. And the story starts with Judy Hopps, which is a little rabbit that lived in a small town called Bunnyville. So Judy, being a little girl, she always wanted to be a cop. She wanted to be the first bunny police officer, to be precise. And of course, hearing that, their parents disagree because being a cop meaning you have to fight burglar, you have to fight robbery, you have to fight a lot of crimes, and also by that you're dealing with bad guys, or you have to deal with kind of a savage carnivores in the movie tells. But Judy ended up getting to the police academy, and yeah, he goes to Zootopia. Now Zootopia is pictured as this beautiful big city, main city, like it's like the Jakarta of Indonesia, but things written on paper sometimes doesn't add up the same, right? Anyway, on the first day, Judy meets Nick Wilde, which is a fox. Of course, why should be the fox? Which is eventually he is going to be his next crime-fighting duel, kind of. And then on the next day, Judy meet a robbery. She came across a robbery while she's doing a parking duty. The robbery happens to be happening by Duke Whistleton, which will have kind of an important role in the sequence. She did a robbery, which is thus Judy seeing that ended up that she is going to abandon the parking duty and catch the robber. She finally arrests Duke Whistleton, but of course the chief, which is called the Chief Bogo, and she's a buffalo. The Chief Bogo is not happy with her leaving her parking duty. So yeah, she was about to close the door, and then unexpectedly Mrs. Otterton came. Mrs. Otterton is of course an otter, which is very upset and reports that her husband has been missing lately. And hearing by that, when Chief Bogo was about to see his files, which there's no files, there's only one photos in that, and then Judy, being a very stubborn little girl and very outrageous, courageous little girl, she decided to say that she will take that report and she will finish it. She will finish the crime. And then yeah, of course Chief Bogo would disagree with them. When she was about to close the door, when Chief Bogo was about to tell her fired, then out comes Miss Bellwether, which is the city's kind of assistants, the city's mayor assistants, came, and hearing that Mr. Bellwether, long story short, hears that Miss Judy Hopps will be kind of covering the reports of missing husband Emmett Otterton, and of course Chief Bogo, with no choice, have to accept it. But Chief Bogo secretly tells Judy Hopps that if she fails to finish this report, she's pretty much have to be assigned. She will fired. So Chief Bogo ended up giving him only 48 hours, which is only 2 days, and by seeing that there's no records, that there's no files to see, and there's no things to search, there's only a single photo. But I think something happens that Judy Hopps sees in the photo, which is there happens to be the tail of Nick Wilde, which meaning that Nick Wilde is the only one to ever last see Emmett Otterton. Having a certain that Nick was the last time to see Emmett, because of course he sees Emmett because it's seen on the only picture that Emmett Otterton was seen. Judy forces him into helping her by covertly hiding his confession to tax evasion on her carrot pan. They track Emmett's belongings to a limousine owned by a big crime boss called the Mr. Big, which is actually a rat. It's so funny. An Arctic shrew whom Nick has a history with. He reveals that Emmett suddenly went savage and attacked Mr. Big's cavalry driver, which is he's called the Manchas, a black jaguar, which is pretty cool. Upon interrogation, Manchas explained that prior to attacking him, Emmett yelled about night howlers, before then turning savage himself and chasing the pair. Judy traps Manchas and calls the ZPD for help to make proof that, all of these, carnivores are actually going savage out of nowhere. Manchas vanishes, like it's very expected, before they arrive. Bogo demands Judy's resignations, but Nick reminds Bogo that she still has 10 hours remaining while leaving the scene. Nick reveals to Judy that he became a con artist because as a child he tried to join the junior ranger schools, but he was bullied and rejected simply for being a fox because fox is basically a liar. And also when I think in the junior ranger school was all herbivores and fox was the only one. Nick Wilde is the only one, a fox, which is a carnivore. So, at the city hall, Bellwether offers Judy and Nick access to Zoopia's traffic cameras. They discover Manchas was taken by Timberwolves, whom Judy summarizes as the Night Howlers. Following the wolves, the duo locates Emmett, Manchas, and the other missing animals, who are all now became savage, and of course all of them are carnivores, predators. Imprisoned at a local asylum, Zootopia's mayor, Theodore Leonhardt, ordered their capture is trying to ascertain that the cause of their feral behavior. Leonhardt and the asylum staff are soon arrested for false imprisonment, and Bellwether becomes the new mayor finally. So yeah, long story short, Judy praised for solving the case because he pretty much just broke like 13 cases of missing animals in Zootopia, and also he captures all of the animals that went savage. He was praised for solving the case as Nick joined the ZPD as her partner. However, he angrily rejects her offers and abandons her after Judy claims that predator biology is behind the mysterious savageness. Because all of the savage animals are pretty much predators, and they need to be careful that all of the the predators that are living in Zootopia might become savage out of nowhere, and it makes Nick Wilde is not happy with Judy because it's kind of a bit leaning toward racist, I guess, if you wanted to tell if it's like today's language. Judy's comment broadcast the television incite fear and discrimination against predators throughout Zootopia. Racked with guilt, Judy he feels like he just said something so horrible and so horribly wrong. Judy, of course, quit her job and returns to Bunnyboro to manage her parents' vegetable stand, so she basically becomes a normal citizen again and lives in the small city of Bunnyboro, so he just go home from Zootopia really disappointingly. She learns that, but then eventually she learns that night howlers are actually flowers with severe lasting psychotropic effects. They cause mammals to essentially return to a feral state. Realizing they are being reasoned predators are becoming savage, Judy returns to Zootopia and reconciles with Nick, but of course Nick's still not happy with him, so they decide to do a little debate, which has ended up by Judy crying. Realizing that they are the reason predators are becoming savage, Judy returns to Zootopia and reconnects, and aided by Mr. Big. The pair interrogate Whistleton, who admits he was hired by Ram named Dog to steal the Night Howler's bulbs. They find Dog in a laboratory hidden in the city subway, where he manufactures a Night Howler serum to be a shot like a pistol or a sniper's via it's like a dart pistol maybe. Judy and Nick obtain a serum gun as evidence, but before they can reach the ZPD, Bellwether confronts them in the Natural History Museum, revealing herself to a master of a prey supremacist conspiracy. And then the duo became trapped in an exhibit, and Bellwether attempts to infect Nick by shooting him with the serum which has the Night Howlers in. Revealing herself to a mastermind, infects Nick by shooting him with a pistol before summoning the ZPD, but shockingly discovers that Nick had replaced the ammunition with blueberries. So basically, he's just she just shooting Nick with blueberries. And Judy reveals she recorded Bellwether's confession with the carrot pen, which the ZPD arrives, and then finally caught that Bellwether is behind all of this. So basically, Bellwether is trying to be the new mayor, maybe, and she just kind of really betrayed Lionheart as a mayor, of course, by accusing him that a predator cannot be a leader. Bellwether and her accomplices are arrested. They're still in prison. Lionheart publicly denies knowledge of her plot and claims that imprisoning the infected predator was a wrong thing for the right reason. With the cause of the epidemic identified, the predators are cured, and Judy is retained into the ZPD a month later. Nick graduates from the police academy and becoming her partners in the first Fox police ever. So yeah, that's all the story, and to me, it is a really unique story about ending a racism. I think it's my opinion, but I don't know. But some of the mentions of the story that I thought was pretty unique that I'm going to be is, of course, Judy struggling for the going to ZPD because she is basically like a tiny bunny.
Whoa. You're dead, carrot face. Frigid ice wall. You're dead, bomb girl. Enormous criminal. You're dead, 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 dead. Filthy toilet. You're dead, fluff butt. Just quit and go home, Fuzzy Bunny.
There's never been a bunny cop.
Never.
Never.
Just a stupid carrot farming dumb.
Tiny bunny that will never compete in this movie. I mean, he never competed to be a police officer. And also, there is also one of the the rising plot of the story, the rising climax, the rising action, which is when Manchas, Mr. Big's driver, becomes savage.
Buddy?
Are you okay? Run.
Run!
Because it's actually the proof that Emmett might become also savage out of nowhere, which is Manchester is the proof of where predators becomes savage out of nowhere. So, and also the last one is probably the climax of the story, which is when Bellwether actually got caught, and Bellwether reveals that she's she's a betrayal. She's a betrayess.
Blood, 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 and death.
All right, you're milking it. Besides, I think we got it. I think we got it. We got it up there. Thank you, Yakety Yak. You laid it all out beautifully.
What?
Yeah, are you looking for the serum? Well, it's right here.
What you've got in the weapon there? Those are blueberries from my family's farm.
Mwah. They are delicious. You should try some.
I framed Lionheart. I can frame you too. It's my word against yours.
Ooh, actually,
She actually behind all of this, and finally, what's she called? Judy Hopps admits, and Judy Hopps lying that on the pistols is not. So, yeah, I think that part was one of my favorite scenes of the movie. Anyway, thank you for watching the movie. Thank you for watching my videos. Also, I really recommend you to watch the movie. It's a very great movie. It's twists and turns, but overall, I love the concept. I love the story. I love how they bring the story, and of course, it's part of my childhood. So, thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace out.